Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Welcome back to my road to NG+7 in Dark Souls 3. I am locked to a different weapon type every New Game Plus cycle, and this time it's Halbert's. And I have decided to tackle this Halbert only run with the Black Knight Glaive. Hey Crimson, how you doing? Started this run last time. I think the only things left are Archdragon Peak and the DLCs at the final boss, so let's knock that out today. And yeah. How's the run going? The run's going alright. I did die a few more times than usual. I also remembered that I have a death counter. Let me put this on. I hope that music is okay volume wise, and yeah, let's kill an ancient wyvern. Sounds all good. That's good. Huh. They didn't see me at all. That's neat. Alright, ancient wyvern. Let's play. And by that I mean I'm going to ignore you and run through the area. Yeah. Ow. I always get hit by the damn firebolts here. There we go. I still keep accidentally pressing left stick when I start running. I guess I'm just night rain damaged when it comes to that. Oh, the damage on that isn't even that bad. But I think that's the second time I've used the weapon art on this weapon. Me too, I keep doing it. Yeah. The speeds... It's just nice to have a sprint like that. I prefer it a lot to Torrent. I never liked the Torrent controls in Elden Ring. So I would have much preferred to just have the super sprint and the night rain movement in base game. It's so much nicer. And that's the ancient wyvern. 9,000. Wait. At first it said 9,400 and then it jumped to 9,900. That's weird. Like a fall damage is nice too. Yeah. It certainly makes sense in a game where you're constantly rushed for time. If we had the night rain movement in base game, I think they should keep the fall damage. Although maybe they should make the fall damage a bit more sensible. Because in fall damage in Elden Ring is weird. I say when you switch to base game again. Yeah. Like, fall damage is weird. Fall damage only starts after you fall like 15 meters, and you are instantly dead if you fall 20. But if you fall like 19.99 meters, the fall damage you take will be 50% of your max HP. So a fall that is very easily survivable because it only takes like half your HP is extremely close to a fall that just instantly kills you. And that just feels extremely weird as a player. This is also part of the reason why there was so much discussion on Elden Ring release. as to how fall damage even works. Because you can fall a lot longer without taking damage. In previous games you would take small amounts of fall damage and it would scale all the way to like taking 99% of your HP. So you could actually develop a feel for the damage you are about to take. In Elden Ring, not so much. Sometimes the difference between taking like 25% of your HP and no damage at all is the size of a small rock like on the floor here. Just a small difference in terrain. It makes it so incredibly hard to judge any kind of fall. And to be honest, I don't really know why they did it. Most drops are still fine. Why am I even trying to fight this guy? Who knows? Just kill him. Regards rapier. Ow. Well, if I get thrusting swords, maybe that's an option. I don't actually know. How is the scaling on that? Where even are the thrusting swords? Here. It's more of a dex weapon than the S-stock, that's for sure. Okay. Let's go. Nameless King. A shame, but this weapon, the Black Knight Glaive, can't be buffed, so... No lightning on this Nameless King kill. Although, like, the base damage is pretty nice on this. 565 AR is quite a lot. The head is quite easy to hit with the vertical attack, that's nice. Ow. Was that necessary? I feel like that wasn't necessary. Ow. Lightning. And slam down. And riposte. Nice. Nice. Still not phase 2 though. Now it's phase 2. Dangerous. No running attacks. Those are dangerous to execute. I get it, I get it. Ooh. Yeah, Halberts do some nice stamina damage as it turns out. I do very much appreciate this from this weapon. Where are you going? Oh. And you did. This really didn't feel like New Game +4. So why is the chat not working again? Oh well. Okay, that is every base game enemy. Depending on how kind the wheels for the next one, it may differ. Yeah, maybe. I still think that thrusting swords are probably the worst thing still left on the wheel. Other than that, everything is very much fine. Like, the Ultra Greatsword or stuff like that, I might need to get used to the speed, but the damage is going to make up for that, and I can just wear heavy armor. At this point, I'm so close to the soft cap in most relevant stats. And if you want to call vitality an important stat. But yeah, from what I remember when I was looking into the New Game Plus cycles, the biggest jump is always... the biggest jump is New Game +0 to New Game +1. That's the biggest jump. That's when enemies get like 200% HP and stuff like that. But after that, it is very minimal every cycle. I feel like they could have scaled this a little bit more aggressively, at least the enemy HP. The damage I take is a lot. I can get 2 or 3 shotted by normal enemies. But I feel like the bosses are too easy for New Game Plus. Hey, New. Sorry for the screaming. Are you awake? Okay, that wasn't enough. Shut up, you little bird. Case in point, I'm pretty sure this guy, if I get hit by his combo attack, will just kill me. Lance Gaming. Halbert Gaming. Lances were included in the spear run at New Game +0, so luckily I don't have to do that anymore. And yeah. Had to tell the different story. Yeah. I mean, it's the all polearm weapons, so. But halberds are a lot more versatile, at least in this game. IRL, it's actually the opposite. As far as I'm aware, halberds were never really that much in use, at least in actual warfare. I think it was mainly a town guard weapon, because you could use it as a spear, you could also like and as a fire axe and stuff like that. That's why it was so popular, so widely used. But in warfare, spears are king. Like, if you want to equip an army, get spears.
I've seen your kind. Time and time ever.
At least this time I can actually outrange Wilhelm. His greatsword is the longest greatsword in the game. It is longer than some ultra greatswords even. I found blue one. Thank you. I didn't block that heal. Damn. What the hell? He canceled his own spell? I didn't know he was allowed to do that. There we go. Sit down, Wilhelm.
I believe I feel the scent of ash upon thee.
Perceptive.
'Tis good. The door.
'Tis good. That's like the most unassuming character ever, but she's so important. Unfortunately, I don't think we're ever going to see the painted world that she's going to paint with the blood of the Dark Soul. Because there's never going to be a Dark Souls 4. FromSoft said they're done with the series, so... We're just never going to get to see it. It would be fun to have an entire game basically set in a painted world. You could definitely... Okay, maybe I'm ripping off Okami here, but you could absolutely have like a game set in a painting, and the main character then has some kind of drawing ability or something like that. I think that was a mechanic in Okami. I only ever played it a little bit on the Wii. Could be very interesting. There's definitely something there you could do. At some point I need to clear out this inventory. There's just so many useless items in there. Let me out. Let me leave. No. Okay, fine. I'll just... here's the exit. Surely this is far enough. There we go. Alright, boss room open. Now it's time for my favorite boss. The NPC invader and his doggo. And of course the best way to a boss arena. With a lot of potential to just fall to your death. Let's see... here-ish? Here. Yep. Could have stood a little bit further to the middle, but still worked. Out of the way. Ooh. Usually that guy blocks me. Not this time. Ow! Damn. That hurt, you know? Get down here. Drop me something? Only a large titanite shard. That's not adequate compensation for the pain and suffering you've caused me. Especially if we consider all the pain and suffering you've caused me since... what, 2017? Is that when the DLC came out? Damn, it's been a long time. Dark Souls 3 is going to turn 10 years old next year. Man, that makes me feel old. Alright, let's take out the dogs. There we go, that's all of those. Ow! Oh, that hurts. That hurts quite a bit. One more hit. There we go. Only the doggo. Okay, pause. Oh, that's a lot of damage. And it's as easy as that. Damn. Didn't expect that. Alright. Frida time. I think Frida shouldn't be too difficult with the Halbert, considering how easy it is to stagger her with normal weapons already. And this weapon has very good stagger and very good range and all that. Should be simple.
Flame fluttering once again. Not enough blood yet shed.
Not enough blood yet shed. Oh, I can help you shed some blood. You don't need your flail. Assuming your caretaker is going to let me. Hey, I got an idea, Arian. Yeah, you're Ariandel, I think. We can use her blood. Will you like that? Do you like that idea? Damn. 3 hits, very good. One more hit. Behind me. And you did. Phase 2. Let's go, Father Ariandel. Now we can take care of your need to shed blood. Ow. Damn, I got stuck on his body and couldn't dodge it properly. Oh, no, 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 no. No healing. I don't like bosses that heal. And I want to like you, Frida, you know?
Leave us be, Ashen
Damn.
One. Sweep all thought of us from thy mind, as thy kind always have.
That's unfortunate. All right, from the top. Just barely out of range. All right. Phase 2. Attempt to. Do not heal. Healing is forbidden.
Leave us be, Ashen One. Sweep all thought of us from thy mind, as thy kind always have.
What? I get I got hit once when he ran me over or when he hit me with the ball, but then while I was down, him driving over me, is that what killed me? Because I was knocked to the floor. I should have had invincibility frames while I was knocked down. That was almost half her health bar in one combo. Damn. Tried to backstab, it didn't work. Right. Okay. Let's just use an Ember. A little bit more HP. Can't hurt, right? Where is she? She's healing. All the way over there. Bitch, stop that. No, I need distance. That's what killed me one of those times. And finish it off with the riposte. Nice. That's what I like. When the ashes are two, a flame lighteth thou dash, and fire befits thee, of course. Backstab. And that's that. Damn, Frida is so much easier with a weapon that can stagger her out of everything. Alright, old hag. Give me... Oh. Yeah. No. The Divine Blessing, the Hidden Blessing. The Split Leaf Greatsword is a Halbert, but I've already decided on my weapon. So I'm just gonna jump off a cliff now. Do I have... I do have the Aquamarine Dagger, good. I like the Aquamarine Dagger. I wish it was a weapon that's available earlier in the game. I've said this so many times. Like, it's already a weapon with split damage, and it's a dagger. There's so much just working against the weapon, but it's cool. Like, it's a really awesome and cool weapon. I wish there was more of them. It's a very Bloodborne-esque weapon. It's almost a trick weapon, but it has a very Dark Souls spin to it, if you know what I mean. I just really wish they would have made more. I should already be swapping to Silver Cat to take the shortcut later on. Jump. The video... Oh. Damn, the YouTube player crashed. Something's always crashing. Most times it's a game, today it's YouTube. Okay, let's go. Didn't even get hit by the angel. It's not luck, it's skill. Definitely. I'm just that skilled, you know? Okay, I wonder how well... No, actually, I know how well this weapon is going to do against the Demon Prince. This is a Black Knight weapon. I have 20% bonus damage against the Demon Prince, against any demon, really. Unfortunately, there's only like 6 demon enemies in this game, but against those 6, this weapon is amazing. Isn't that right, demon in pain? No, you're the demon from below, right? Yeah. I'm taking a lot of damage. Okay, demon in pain, please come over here. Thank you. Damn it. That was just a very bad idea to do the R2 there. The R2 did stagger it, but it also jumped me right into the toxic explosion. Also, do I have manual aiming on? Toggle manual aiming, okay. That's good. I need manual aiming on. Hey, that's dangerous as fuck. Ember. Yeah, you know what I said about the damage output of enemies earlier? Maybe it's fine the way it is. Maybe they don't need to deal more damage, you know? That's one of the demons. I don't like the position I'm in here, the back to the wall and everything, the camera's so close. Alright. That's phase 1. Time for phase 2. Yeah. 220 damage. It's fine. Time to run. Ooh, that's some nice riposte damage, and I don't even have the soldering buff. Damn it. Second repulse. Now that's the way I like these fights to go. Game over. For you, Mr. Demon Prince. Three more bosses. Three more. Although Half-Light should probably not actually count as a boss, you know? Half-Light is just a stand-in for another player. Actually, I do wonder, would I get another player at this level? If I were to try, and if I were to go online? Actually? Let's try it. Why not? Oh, right. I'm on 1.15.0, not 1.15.2. I can't go online. I would need to close the game and swap the executable around. Whoops. Right, there's a reason I'm offline. I actually forgot about that. Did I lose my swords at some point? Hold on. Oh yeah, I did not pick up my swords after... I died to the... Did I? Yeah, I did. I died to the Demon Prince once and I did not pick up my swords. I was wondering why I only have 240k. That's supposed to be like 2 million at this point. Alright, where are they? I did die down here, right? Yeah, I did. There they are. There we go. That's more like it. 2.18 million. What do I do with that? Like, seriously, what am I even spending souls on at this point? I guess I could get vitality to 40. I guess that would be an option. Hey there, little lizards. The only lizard in the game that has its own invisible walls. I still don't quite understand why they chose this one specifically. Like, yes, it would always run off the edge, but that didn't bother them in Ashes of Ariandel. On the small path that leads to the Corvian settlement, there's also a crystal lizard in a very similar situation. That one almost always, or basically always, runs off the edge. And they didn't put an invisible wall for that one. So why is this one different? Doesn't really make sense to me, but... oh well. jump and roll and roll. High. This guy deals a lot of damage. Not as much as those clerics though. The damage that they deal is actually ridiculous. Oh yeah, the heralds as well. I do die quite a few. No, let me rephrase that. Let me try that phrase again from this one from the beginning. I've died quite a few times this run to quite simply impatience because I'm trying to run through enemies instead of actually fighting them and shit. And also just missing my timing. I'm like, holy shit, that was just pathetic. I know I can do better. Here we go, attempt 3. That was so delayed. Okay, let's use an ember here real quick. Okay, there we go. This is how it should have been from the start. Alright. Reset the area. And I need to do something about being so warm right now. That's better. I don't like the summer. I can... It's a lot easier to do something about being cold than there is stuff you can do about being too hot. Also, the long days just kinda mess up my sleep schedule. There might be different reasons for that at the moment as well, but it's so crazy when I wake up at like 4 AM and look out the window and it's just bright day out there. Same thing when it's like 11 PM and it's barely sunset. I know the longest day of the year is already behind us, but damn. It's still too long. It's just too bright for too long. There might be some circumstances that make it worse this year, because I don't think I've ever noticed it like this before, but yeah, this year it just really gets on me nerves, you know? If I can say it like a pirate. Arr, this really grinds me gears. Okay. Arr, me dear, ye old sea dog. Have at thee. Come on, surely that should be a hit. Oh boy. I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. Medea didn't deserve this. I don't know. He's kind of having a tantrum right now. He needs to calm down. Like, go down into your chasm. Think about what you've done. Cool off a little bit, huh? Hello, Rosenfjord? Is that how you say it? Welcome in. And if you think me... Of course he's having a good time to me. He's got the Dark of Man in his head. Well, I only know one way to get it out. It kinda involves splitting his head open, so... US World's loreheads. Not, I wouldn't say lorehead, I do know the lore, but... not the most important aspect for me. Well, let's get the Dark of Man out of his head. Each their own, that has to be a Swedish accent though. I am not Swedish, I'm German. Kinda close, I guess. Don't get hit by the fire. I've played almost the entire game with the Halbert now. I'm still not used to the range. Damn. Like, if I knew the range of the Halbert, I would have hit with the first R1 there. Music's kind of loud. Just the music or the game sound in general? Because the game does not do a good job of mixing it either. There goes the hitless run. Phase 2. Right. Now he does this. That is a lot of damage. He always does this twice in phase 2. Alright, my dear, can we go back to our usual dance now? How did that miss? There we go. 500 and 3,900. Very good. Not enough to kill him though. And there goes me dear. There. No more darkness of man in his head. Got it all out. Half-Light, Gale, and final boss. That's all I have left. I'm halfway tempted to swap back to the most recent game version just so I can see if I can find someone online for the Half-Light fight. Not today though. Let me in. Judicator Argo. I do not care about the King's decree. It's probably just some trifling matter. I disagree.
Judicator Argo shall deliver thee justice.
Blah blah blah. Just summon the guy already.
Sworn defender of our princess Filianor. Hearken to the call that summons thee. Make haste.
Hi.
By the sacred decree. Protect, not reach them.
Nah, you couldn't protect anyone. Nice try. Damn. Missed the timing twice on that. You're gonna... Okay. As long as the Half-Light doesn't have his shield out, it's not a problem. If he has his shield out, I need to be careful not to get parried. Ooh, that was reckless. I too have a weapon art. Okay. I don't like Half-Light. Half-Light has kind of traumatized me in some way. Especially on some very low damage runs, like when I was doing a fist-only run. The fight just takes forever, and if you make one mistake, you're dead, almost. And not quite. If you have a low health run, like a soul level 1, if you get parried by Half-Light, that's it, you're dead. Or if you miss space and input an attack and Half-Light gets to get 2 R1s or an R2 on you, it's very painful. All right, Gale, let's dance.
Oh, Filianor. The red.
Filianor can't help you now, man. You're very much too late for that. Damage could be better. Charged R2 for 500 damage is not the greatest. I missed that one. Wow. Okay. Come on, Gale. Can we fight in a little bit more favorable terrain? A little bit more flat, maybe? Yeah, he is fine. Phase 2. Let me eat some dank green. Ouch. Right. Damn. That's unfortunate. It was also just very bad gameplay on my part. That was also very bad gameplay. Let me restart this fight from the top. I was out of stamina. Again with the stamina. Phase 2. Oh hey, my salts are here. Don't want to lose like 2.7 million. My Gale gameplay is really bad today. A very good shot at damage there. Like the terrain. Do not like the terrain. Come on. Back to even ground, please. We're not doing the jump where he also shoots with his crossbow. He's just not doing that this time around. I don't know why. No, there it is. And that's Gale. Very nice. I love this fight. Still the best fight ever. Best fight FromSoft has ever made it, ever created. Alright, now I have 3 million souls. What the hell do I spend that on at this point?
Well, I went to the...
Oh, I've not talked to the Firekeeper this cycle at all. Huh. Can go Vitality 40 and Luck 40. That works.
Farewell, Ashen.
Farewell. Alright, let me place the Lords of Cinder. Abyss Watchers. I think this one is Yorm. Yep. And Aldrich. Also, I should give the Transposing Kiln to Ludleth so I can maybe make a boss weapon depending on what we roll next. If we're getting Ultra Greatsword, I might be persuaded to do the Baron Greatsword. If we get Reapers, I'm definitely doing Frida's Scythe.
Treat the fire.
Exit. I always lose my orientation in this version of Filing Shrine, even though I'm pretty sure you always spawn in the exact same position. What an absolute mess this area is. Cool though. Kinda... Okay, this is not going to mean much to most people. It kinda reminds me of the net slums in Dot Hack. Like... the place where all discarded things end up. And all the assets are just smashed together into a mess like this. I mean, it's purposeful here, of course, but it still reminds me of those net slums. Ow. Ouch, I thought I could strafe that. Oh well. I'm definitely not playing at the top of my game. Definitely. Alright. Just go again. Ooh. Oh, why is the game lagging now? not the curved sword form, not the curved sword form. I just can't deal with that form. This form is alright. Okay. Phase 2. Time for the pling pling plong. It was very late on the combo attack here. And that's it. That's the Halbert run. Where are my souls? There they are. 204,001 soul. That's kind of funny that there's just this one lonely number at the number at the end. All right, that's New Game +4. Journey 6. No. We will not start Journey 6 yet. In fact, let me check something real quick. Yeah, NG+7, the 8th playthrough, right. Alright then. Well, since this was a shorter stream, let's roll. I need to take Halbert off. Alright, our options are dagger, straight sword, great swords, ultra great sword, curved swords, katanas, curved great swords, thrusting swords, axes, great axes, great hammers, reapers, staffs, flames, talismans, sacred chimes. Maybe talismans and sacred chimes should be together because that basically just means miracle only run. Whatever. This is how the wiki classifies weapon types or weapon categories, so we're going with that. And usually we always roll at the beginning of the stream, but since today was so short, let's do a little bit of gambling at the end here, right? What are we doing next time? Ooh, daggers. Oh, I already know what I'm doing for that. Absolutely. We are going to use my personal favorite weapon, the bandit knife. Absolutely amazing weapon. I love it. Let's upgrade this.
Well, you not.
And plus 10. Also infuse it. Right, I don't have the call for it. Technically we're still in New Game Plus 4, so I need to use the glaive. There it is. Which call was it? I think it's the one at the Road of Sacrifices. Most likely. Although maybe I should be making it hollow, but I don't think so. And I'm pretty sure... Yeah, no, the heyday of hollow weapons is long in the past. There used to be a time where you just go 99 hollowing, hollow weapon and blood grease, and that's a build. I guess you could still do that, but I don't know. I don't think this guy likes that I'm using the weapon of one of his fallen brothers. But oh well. Didn't even drop me anything. Stingy. So stingy. I think this one is for... Yep, sharp. Alright.
Did what?
We will infuse this one. No, we give the coal first.
Oh, yeah.
And that's my last sharp gem.
Pretty big like that.
Need to get some more at some point, I guess. Right. How much Carthus Rouge do I have? I don't know if that's enough. It should be enough for the early game until I get the Carthus Rouge item, so... Alright. Swap to our next weapon. And with this we will defeat New Game Plus 5 next time. So yeah, sorry today is shorter, but I don't want to do an entire new run. I just wanted to finish what I started last time. Until then, have a nice rest of your day, and goodbye.